From the Commons now, where police have made one arrest after an argument at a party there. Earlier, our political correspondent Ian Watson explained more about the incident.
Yes, well, it's difficult to say. I mean, we were at a drinks reception hosted by the Conservative Party chairman, Eric Pickles. It was a perfectly convivial event. Eric Pickles was monstered, you may remember, last week on Question Time over his claims for a second home, even though he's an MP who lived quite close to London. We discussed all the debates about MPs' expenses. He said he was in favour of a review of MPs' expenses. So everything seemed to be fine, but it was held in the shadow cabinet room in the House of Commons, which is kind of isolated. It's right at the end of the House of Commons. And apparently, according to Conservative sources, 3 people from that party broke away, got into an argument, and further down a corridor closer to the House of Commons chamber, they got into an argument. And apparently the police sprayed CS gas to restrain one of them, who's now been detained by the police. Now, I spoke to some of the people that I'd actually spoken to earlier at this party about their experience with this. They seem to have left a little before I did, and they said their eyes were streaming with the effects of CS gas. They'd contacted the police to find out what was going on. They said that CS gas had been deployed. I spoke unofficially to a police officer after the event who said that CS gas had been used but wouldn't confirm whether or not they'd used it. But it seems that CS gas as a method of restraint had been used against someone who'd got aggressive after this drinks party. But at the time, there's a bit of a frizz-on around Westminster, because down this long corridor that you may go from the shadow cabinet to the House of Commons chamber are a range of very important MPs, including Jackie Smith, the Home Secretary. She has some of her Commons offices in that same place. So the Commons authorities tonight have confirmed that there's no terrorist-related incident, there's no protest-related incident, but what they believe was some kind of dispute or argument between 3 people who attended this party, a couple of them who aren't House of Commons pass holders, had broken out, and that one person had turned so aggressive that they'd been effectively restrained by the use of CS gas by the police. Some people have said to me privately they think this might be a bit of an overreaction. Whatever happened, they have been detained, they are being investigated by the police for their behaviour, and effectively what seemed to be, if you like, a bridge building exercise between the Conservatives and members of the press at Westminster has now been overshadowed by a rather strange and quite violent incident.
Ian Watson, our political correspondent there. For the second time in a month, one of Pakistan's